Chicago Bears.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That opening drive. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility. And we walked past the defensive meeting room. And what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be. And they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
We see Matthew Stafford, the one-time Georgia Bulldog, set to pilot the offense of the Detroit Lions.
And his arm strength is often described as out of this world, and I've seen some throws out of him that are just really off the charts. But sometimes he relied on his arm so much his footwork got in the way, led to some inconsistency. But I've loved watching him evolve as a quarterback. He gets better and better each year.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. They occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation. Allows him to get home.
In the
they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over.
At their own 30.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Tracy Walker on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On play action, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The screen pass here to Cohen, and he'll be blocked down right around the 37. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
6 yards.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He was taken.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 50, it's Stafford. That is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The throw from Galladay is going to be intercepted. He's picked off here his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
David Montgomery.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady will find Miller. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room.
That's the foul. I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Stafford's pass complete. Fumble on the play.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so.
Cohen lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down inside. scores, that can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he completes it to Cohen. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Going deep this time for Miller. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brady again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted. The Lions.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
T.J. Hawkinson, incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Quintez Cephas. Incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They're firing a deep ball for Kmet. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So a touch. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? You use a bathroom or anything? Cool. Let's go.
Set to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He was brought down.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Stafford delivers this to Hockenson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That's complete to Nada, the tight end. Able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Dobbins. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bears.
From midfield, here's Brady. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Still coming into this one, weeks. Expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. Now this throw caught left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Draw play. Cohen will get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Now Brady. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the draw, this is Cohen. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
the Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Brady. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Number 81.
From 6 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now Crosby for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Mason Crosby.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man, Ty Johnson. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Their line set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
From the gun, it's Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Brady gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. And this will not get close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the 26. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Johnson on the return.
Return that time, 18 yards, and the Lions will take over.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense.
And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Stafford.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To the air again, Stafford staying on his feet. steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Stafford. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 2:10 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Brady now on first down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of
a gain of 6 there on first. 2
4.
minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Brady again. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And they're going to get it. They bring it down with a sack back at the 16-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Mason Crosby.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this will be covered by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First down, Tw0MinsLate422's, and he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Lions, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on